Hello and welcome to Cutthroat Kitchen, the podcast where sabotage isn't just talked about, it's up for debate. I'm William Hughes, a member of the Turbo team, and I'm joined as always by the official culinary ambassador to podcasting, Gary Butterfield.
And I'm interested in three things. One, does this podcast sound good?
No.
Two, does it taste good? And three, it better remind me of a podcast.
I think this will remind people of a podcast. Gary, we're finally doing episode 2 of The Pivot.
Yeah, it's we took some time to find ourselves. You know how in movies, rich people are sometimes able to just go to Europe and find themselves for a while?
Yeah, it's weird that all the rich people were in Europe and they didn't know about it.
Yeah, I agreed. You know, but yeah, we took a little time to find ourselves, and now we found ourselves. And what we found ourselves is Cutthroat Kitchen.
Gary, there's 8 billion levels of kayfabe operating with The Pivot that we do or do not acknowledge depending on the episode. Mm-hmm. I love doing this show. This like sitting here doing the notes for this last night felt so fucking fun.
I had a lot of fun watching Cutthroat Kitchen this morning.
Yeah.
Over breakfast. I was like, oh yeah, wait, this is something I like.
Yeah.
The idea of podcasting and talking about something you like is a fun, fun little novelty treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like I actually fucking like this. This is funny and good. I like this. I'm thinking of good jokes.
This is not like a great episode of the show, I would argue.
I think that we have some. I like the cast of this one, in which I don't like them.
Okay, yeah. I think I find them a little boring, and I think the season 1 Sabotage game is not. I think there's
agreed there.
What?
I said I agree there. Like they haven't quite found their Sabotage voice.
There is a point where the Sabotages get too silly around like season 9 or 10 or something, but they're a little too simple here.
Yes, I agree with that. This is going through the paces. Part of reality TV for me is not liking people who I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is a good episode for not liking people who I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Although I think that there's the sharpest edges here are not as sharp as they are on some other episode. Like we had a universe. Yeah, we had a full conversation about skipping to episode 3, which is the DJ Chef episode. But
we're gonna have to do them all eventually. We wouldn't want to go back.
Exactly. Go back for Porkchops and Sabotage, broadcast August 18th, 2013. That is also not a good...
It's a really bad name. That's a real placeholder name.
What? Is there a joke? Is there a pun? I'm not... Porkchops and Sabotage.
Sabotage sounds a little bit like applesauce is what I think they're going for.
And
when I say little bit, I mean like a 1%.
Yeah.
Sabotage, applesauce. But Porkchops and Sabotage. It like there's something almost there.
And sound 4.
Yeah, it doesn't work. And they all have Sabotage.
It's very like I would say as a rule the names of these episodes are never great, but this is very bad. This
is really bad. At the very least, sometimes they're an unrelated pun.
So we start, of course, with On This Day in History. Mm-hmm. August 18th, 2013. Not a lot of stuff happened this day. A lot of it was political violence in one form or another, which I thought was not great. But we do have the death of All-American Girls Professional Baseball League player Josephine JoJo D'Angelo. Gary, would you like some sentences from her Wikipedia?
Yeah, I would.
She had sure hands and a strong and accurate arm for balls up the middle and double plays. She received a symbolic emolument as a player of $1 for playing in some game or another. And then, of course, my favorite line, which is the last line of her biography, D'Angelo was a lesbian.
Yeah, she was a baseball player first and a lesbian second. It was primarily about baseball.
Yeah, she only played for like 2 years, but yes.
I get it. If I would like the last line of my Wikipedia when I die to be I was straight, I don't want to lead with it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll put it on the tombstone, man.
Yeah, as long as it's the last line, like all the other things about me, and then just like, oh yeah, by the way, no homo.
Yeah,
That
like
is what I want there.
very hard one side on the Kinsey.
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty hard. Like, yeah.
You can look at a. But if if I have any feelings like that towards a man, it's a very femme looking man.
It's well for me. It's very rare and random. It's like the amount of I caught myself recently because we're in Better Call Saul, Best Quality Vacuum, getting up into the Tony Dalton things, and I just think that man is attractive. Sure. I just have to deal with it. I don't think I would do things to him or want him to do things to me. But just objectively, I just like gazing at him. Like, I think it's like an art thing almost. Like, there's something to that. Like, that man's smile, I think, is pretty perfect.
Okay. I was going to ask how much of it was the mustache, but...
It's a lot of it's the mustache.
It's a very charismatic mustache.
God, is it? And he looks so shitty without it.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Pedro Pascal. Like, when he shaves, he looks like a monster.
Just a monster. You're like, put the fucking helmet back on.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ, Mandalorian.
Get out of here, Mando.
Yeah, get out of here, Mando. At the time, also, when this came out, Billboard #1 hit, Blurred Lines. Not a great time for consent and pop music. And the top movie was Lee Daniels' The Butler.
Yeah. There was another movie. I think We're the Millers was technically the top performer around now, but Lee Daniels' The Butler won this weekend, I think.
I was at a thrift store not too long ago and saw 17 copies of We're the Millers.
That's exciting.
Somebody got rid of a gross of We're the Millers.
Yeah, the Millers were dissolved.
Yes, the no more Millers. But we got to get into it. We have much to get into.
Yeah. So Gary, I wasn't expecting you to be looking at my notes, so I want to jump past the first guy because he has the best reveal.
Okay.
Of what he's been up to lately. So we're going to jump to. We've got 3 chefs as always. This is Cutthroat Kitchen, where we talk about
as always.
That the cough doesn't interrupt? God damn it.
No, the cough doesn't interrupt that. Nope. It's 4 chefs. It's
I understand. We have 3 chefs and then a superstar to talk about.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Today.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this is the podcast where we talk about Cutthroat Kitchen, by the way. It was a show on Food Network for many years. They brought it back much worse.
First off, we got Jamie Gwen, Chef Gwen.
Yeah.
Here. And she is the recipient of cutthroat sexism, which is a classic thing that happens all the time on the show.
There's a lot of... I think some of it's the editors, but I think some of it is if you get some people who aren't very good at trash talking in a room, they're going to go to gender lines really fast.
You know what? It's interesting you said that. I thought of that too. If somebody told me I had to trash talk people who I didn't know and had no reason to... I didn't know anything about them.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. I'm not saying that but if I had to, if a producer's no, say something, who's the person you think looks weakest? And I'm like, nobody looks weak. I don't know who it's about cooking. It's not
talk about her eyebrows.
Yeah. they would be like, find something physical about them. And it's well, this person is kind of girly. This lady has tattoos. This person, you would come upon those things
yeah.
But in this one, it actually, in terms of the arc of a reality show, it's a classic underestimating thing. Not a spoiler here, but she looks very girly.
Yeah, she's a chef / syndicated radio host. That is her on-screen Chiron. She gets the klutz edit in this. Yes. I think kind of unfairly.
Yeah, she drops a whisk and it's given a lot of attention. At some point.
And of course, now the most one day probably problematic section of this show. For each host, we will, of course, answer the all-important question. They dead?
Yep.
Because this show's 13 years old. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In fact, Gary, we have to respect this woman as part of the podcaster's code.
We should get her on the show.
I mean, we should, or at least her announcer on her show is Food and Wine. She's done 500 episodes.
500 fucking episodes. If we said we wanted to interview her about her time on Cutthroat Kitchen, she'd probably do it, and we get to learn what it was like to be on the show.
We'll put an asterisk next to her name in the people who might talk to us. Let's be slightly nicer here.
Slightly nicer. But you listen to the podcast. Tell me about her podcast.
Oh, it's pretty boring. I don't mean that, Chef Gwen. Don't listen to this part. Chef Gwen, edit that out. It's a monologue. I think she does interview people, but it's a lot of her talking up top. Please stay tuned because I'm about to feed your soul. And at one point, she promises an interview where you find out about every tomato you should be aware of.
Yeah. I thought I was already aware of all the tomatoes I should be aware of, but should is doing so much work in that sentence.
It really is. And then here's a quick line from a review I read for her show. We have way more reviews, by the way, just to let you know. Mm-hmm. I listen to Jamie off and on. Wish I could say all the time, but Sundays are hard for me.
Aw, Sundays are hard. Yeah. I can't always listen to a monologue about food and wine. The Food and Wine podcast.
Sundays are hard. My edema is acting up.
Yes. It's the Lord's Day. Crystal Harris.
Yeah. Identified as Chef Pink in this episode.
Yes. Executive chef, restaurant owner. And they are kind of an alterna person.
It's kind of
tattoos, short hair. I'll say it, wide neck.
Sure. It's a wide canvas for the tattoos. Sure. Has chef life on their knuckles, which is embarrassing.
Yes. I am going to make a call for the future of this show. Mm-hmm. No chef that ever has a tattoo will have it not be at least a little embarrassing. I'm going to make a call of no good tattoos on Cutthroat Kitchen.
Yeah, this is kind of the second. I think it was Chef Stark last week. Last week. What's
last week when we did this show last time? That's what we've been doing for a while.
The Mohawk chef, right?
Yes.
This is an archetype. This is also Chef Pink is also trying to play into the I'm a baddie. I'm a total rock star and a definite agent of evil.
An agent of evil. And we're going to find out there's, in addition to, eventually becoming non-binary, there's some interesting gender stuff. Because at the time the show came out, they identified as female.
Yeah.
And have competitive feelings towards ladies.
Yeah, it's very much that's the narrative of the first round, and then not any other rounds because they make one of the worst sabotage bids I've seen in a minute, and then completely fuck up their meat.
Yes, there's some rough moves in this one. They are alive, and we'll be able to see them again because they come back for a redemption challenge.
Yeah,
a reality show staple. But yeah, they are on social media and such. They don't like Trump. We don't like Trump as well.
They have good politics, but they're having a bad time. They don't seem to be doing a lot of like cooking. There's a little bit of cooking stuff. They have the weakest social media presence out of any of these people. So
it's very rare that I see someone on Cutthroat Kitchen that I think I would get along with on the contestant side. I probably have more in common politically with Chef Pink, but the steez is very different. I feel like Chef Pink's kind of manner of being feels very different than mine.
Yeah, if I was going to hang out with anybody on this episode,
for me, it'd be this next happy to be here, and awesome Gary representation.
Yeah,
and everyone realizing the comedy name that is Gary. I was kind of surprised to turn on the TV this morning and watch this over at breakfast and have a lot of people just be like, Gary, at this guy. And I was like, oh yeah, this happened. My name is a joke.
Yeah, this is Gary Gianchetti Jr., Chef Gianchetti, an executive sous chef. I like this guy.
Yeah, he's here to smile and have a good time for the most part.
And be bad at Cutthroat Kitchen.
And he's not very good at it. I love cutting over to somebody who is happy to be here, like a big gormless moron.
Yeah.
Who's just kind of smiling and just like, okay. He's kind of that kind of guy. And he says some wild shit here. He says he's the one and only Gary Gianchetti Jr. The joke there being, I guess, that there's a second Gary Gianchetti.
Yeah. Does he know that that's a joke, I guess is the question.
I don't know. it's hard to know because the next thing he says is, I'm like Spider-Man. He's doing good, but everybody thinks he's doing bad.
That's an accurate representation of Spider-Man. That is true.
That is what Spider-Man, but I don't feel like that's what this guy is like at all. I think if he was just like, Spider-Man is like this, true sentence, but I'm like Spider-Man. No, you're not. This doesn't have anything to do with that, man.
I also think that when he's talking about Spider-Man, he's speaking morally. And when he's speaking about himself, he's speaking in terms of if he's doing okay.
Yes, it's pretty incredible here, and he's immediately bullied. Everyone's just like, the Gary.
Yeah, well, he just walks in and he goes, "Hi, I'm Gary."
He goes, "I'm Gary from," and I can't remember where he's from, but something like that. Ludicrous.
Probably DeKalb.
Yeah, probably DeKalb. Looks it's my body type representation a little bit. Which I like.
A more Italian flavor of Gary, but sure.
Sure, like me with a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
Oh, he's from Boston. He's from Boston.
Boston. He's younger than I am.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to make this a game, but you're looking at my notes, so
I am. I apologize. I knew he was younger than me though. Looking at him,
he's only. You're what? Are you 45 right now?
I'm 45.
Yeah, he just turned 43.
Okay, I
which
should
is a
guide
clue
him through
to
that.
is he dead?
I'm going to say he's not dead because he just turned 43.
Yeah, you did it, Gary. You're doing great at that game.
Yeah.
He teaches like cooking classes that have a like a team building thing. Like it's like you and your whole office go and stretch a big noodle together, kind of cooking classes.
Okay.
There's a lot of pictures on his social media of weird like business types holding a big noodle. But he also has a French bulldog named Teddy Spaghetti.
Lovely. My favorite of these. He does. We have our fourth contestant here.
Yeah.
Who he's going to cast some shade at. We should talk about him first before we say the shade, the absolutely nonsensical shade he cast at him. Ethan Taylor, who introduces himself as young, black, and talented, and a private chef. Now, this is Cutthroat Kitchen. It's not Chopped, so there's no hip-hop music whenever this guy is on screen.
Yeah, that is a
Chopped thing, not a Cutthroat Kitchen thing.
Yeah. Cutthroat Kitchen avoids racism most of the time.
Yeah. I would say it's fairly race neutral. The characters in it can be kind of either, there's some implicit racism, the characters, the contestants, and plenty of sexism, but generally not that racist.
All right. So is he dead, Gary? No. In fact, this guy has had a pretty good career because he is a private chef. He's been a private chef to Justin Bieber, a couple other people, but most importantly, the one he promoted the most until late last year.
Recently.
To Puff Daddy, to Diddy.
Yeah, P. Diddy. When you're waking up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, this guy is giving you breakfast.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Which is apparently French toast or sriracha maple chicken biscuit sandwiches.
Sounds awesome.
I watched, there's a Delish video of him showing off the recipe, and it does look fucking great. But it's also him telling, because this dude's super boring.
He's really boring. He also makes the most insane choice that anyone's ever made in Cutthroat Kitchen.
Yeah.
That it's called out rightly.
Yeah, because this guy, at the very least, this dude is a great food stylist. His Instagram is full of pictures of stuff I would like kill to eat.
Mm-hmm. And eat to kill.
That's right, Gary.
Also,
I guess he just went to he went to Japan, and there's a park you can go to where you look at monkeys who are in hot springs. And that I watched videos of that for a while last night.
Nice. They're kind of being cooked slowly. And sous vide yourself with some monkeys.
That's right. You're not, to be very clear, Gary, you are not allowed in the hot spring with the monkeys. There are a lot of notes on the park that say, do not look the monkeys in the eyes. Do not bring food within 7 miles of the monkeys.
That's just good hot tub etiquette. You don't look other people in the hot tub in the eyes if they're strangers. I feel like you can get in the hot tub, just don't look at them.
I guess.
A lot of people making fun of the name Gary here. And then we make fun of our chef here, what is his name here? Taylor, Chef Taylor, for wearing basketball shoes in the kitchen. Like, who wears basketball shoes in the kitchen? Why the fuck not?
Don't basketball shoes have pretty good grip so that you can...
Yeah, and they're comfortable. Like, you just need comfortable shoes.
What if you have to jump?
Yeah, what if you have to jump? It's Cutthroat Kitchen. You never know what kind of challenges you're going to get. Alton Brown comes down, and I think he's looking good. This one.
Yeah.
I like his
I have a fashion
cocktail
note here.
casual.
Yeah, it's I did think the suit looks good. He does have a distractingly huge pocket square.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. And of course, my mind immediately went to Close Up Magic. Like, what's he hiding with that thing?
Sucks, man.
And he says, he talks about the game.
Hey, Gary,
here, and
I know I have a new last line for your obituary.
Yeah, straight sucks ass.
No, I was immediately thinking of Close Up Magic.
I'm always thinking about Close Up Magic. It's so cool. Chef Taylor says,
like how I forced you to adopt a hobby that I could then make fun of.
Yeah, but I'm the winner in this because I enjoy it.
Yeah,
and watching a bunch of it on TV. Chef Taylor says, this is a game and I'm in it to win it, but I also want to have fun. This is going to turn out not to be true.
Yeah.
The first round is pork chops and applesauce.
Perfectly fine. Like pork chop, I feel like a little tricky for pork chop in half hour, but it's a cooking show.
It can be done.
Pretty standard. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be done. And we're going to run into the classic Cutthroat Kitchen problem of people over elaborating.
Mm-hmm.
Like making a classic pork chop and an applesauce, you could definitely do. I hear. But of course, we got those pesky sabotages coming in.
Oh, those sabotages so pesky.
Yeah, super pesky. They're doing the shopping thing. They always make a big deal out of this. Chef Taylor loves truffle oil. This is a running thing with Simon Majumdar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know not to reveal our judge in advance, but
yeah, you really fucked up there, Gary. You said Simon Majumdar's name.
If I say it 2 more times, he's going to join us on the podcast.
I mean, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
He's the only Cutthroat Kitchen podcast or judge who's been on Everything to Guppy.
That is true. God, I love him. So truffle oil is a Cutthroat Kitchen thing. Cutthroat Kitchen, another judge, I think Tia also doesn't like truffle oil.
I don't think any of them like it, but some of them react to it very
strongly to it.
And Chef Taylor is a real truffle oil dude.
I'm going to say I also don't particularly like it. Liv's pretty into it. I think it's kind of a bully. I think it takes over stuff too much.
You go, you put truffle oil on this. That's it. That's the flavor.
I like it with French fries. Like a truffle oil French fry is really nice.
I don't. Yeah, even that's.
No.
I like the fucking flavor of French fries.
I like the French fry, plain French fry, not so much for me. I like a truffle oil French fry, but I don't really like it on very much other stuff. But this is, having watched the show a bunch, I'm like, uh-oh.
There's several moments in this episode where the veteran Cutthroat Kitchen viewer will be like, you have fucked up in a way you do not understand yet. Most especially in whoa! Oh!
You saw Obsession, right?
No. I read about Obsession.
Okay. You know the premise of Obsession and stuff.
I know the premise of Obsession, yes.
I mentioned some other show, but I just thought I thought of you when it happened. When I was in the theater, when he's in the car and he makes the wish. An oaf in the theater with me and goes, "Big mistake," and it was great.
How's
big
that
laugh
an oaf?
out of me.
That's accurate, man.
It is accurate. Well, it's an accuracy oaf. Sometimes oafs call their shots. Yeah, Hagar the Horrible.
I love my swamp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna get married to a lady version of me.
We have, of course, conflated oafs and ogres, but I think there's a lot of overlap.
There's tons of overlap. Yeah.
But that's great. I need to see Obsession just because I'm trying to see all the movies where mind control happens through breaking a stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens a lot now.
Yeah.
So they do this. Chef Gary almost gets caught in there. There's a little thing here where Chef Gwen says, "My first instinct is to take everything because the more I take, the less there'll be for other people." She's going to continue this thing, and this is a strategy we're going to see never work out throughout the history of the show.
It every now and then someone grabs all of one type of bread, and it
has a minor effect, but you can't take all the pork chops, or something like that. Like they seem to think that there's more zero sum game going on.
I think technically you could take all. I think they put a lot of pork chops out there, but I think technically you.
Yeah.
What?
You just have one basket. You won't be able to take other stuff.
Yeah.
You just have the pork chops. You know?
Like it's
and ultimately,
it's one of those things where the rules are a little unclear. There's definitely some stuff that is in limited supply in the pantry. If sometimes they put out like 5 different types of protein, and if you grab the one type of protein, someone else doesn't get it.
That's true. Chef Pink doesn't grab pork chops.
Insane. Like that is, I'm actually a little mad at this first Sabotage because I would have really
liked to have seen the pork chops and applesauce without pork chops.
Sometimes they do sabotages to help, right?
Yes.
Because they think this person has fucked themselves over in the pantry so bad that they've... Like, I'm not saying that they, like, came up with the sabotage on the fly, but, like, it sure did...
It really helped her out. They didn't come up with it on the fly. Sometimes, though, when this happens, it's actually kind of satisfying. Like, somebody... It's never something as obvious as missing their whole main ingredient, but somebody can be missing something and be like... Oh shit! I can figure out a way with this if I get the sabotage.
Yeah, that's one thing
sabotaging.
That's one thing this episode doesn't have really for me is that kind of improvisational spirit. You get a little bit in a minute with the sour apple candy. That's as close as we get, but like there are not a lot of moments of people. This is a dumb cast.
These are not good chefs.
Yeah.
Here, Sabotage 1 here. This is a protein replacement classic. You can either get a really good pork chop, a leftover pork chop, which is described as smelly.
He says Chef Taylor says it's smelly so many times.
He hates the smell of leftover pork chops. Frozen pork chops or packaged pulled pork. And the bidding gets high. This goes to Chef John Chetty for $8,100. Chef Taylor gets the overcooked one that he says is smelly a lot. Chef Gwen, who's one of those Orange County housewives, gets the pulled pork. And Chef Pink gets the frozen pork.
Yeah, this going for 8,100 is pretty wild. Like, I think generally these people are very bad at the bidding.
Yeah. Especially the last round when Chef John Kitty forgets he has any money.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
The last round of this game made me so mad.
It's pretty irritating. Sabotage 2 is replacing your apples with sour apple candy, aka a big jar of Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, they cannot say Jolly Ranchers, Gary.
No.
We can say it because we're Americans.
We say it all the time. I say it. I was saying it before we got on the call.
Yeah, I was like, Gary, you have a cough. Please stop screaming sour apple.
Well,
Jolly
I ran
Ranchers.
out of cough drops, and I can only use sour apple Jolly Ranchers now.
Quick ranking of the classic Jolly Ranchers, Gary.
Ooh, I'm a big lemon lime. I like that, or the lemon ones. I like a lemon.
Okay, that's controversial. I feel like.
Yeah, I think those taste good, and I like the apple ones. Those are my 2 favorites.
Interesting, because I think I go blue, red, purple, green, yellow.
Yeah, not me.
I refuse to call them by flavors. They're not flavored. What?
Isn't there an orange one as well?
I think you're getting into exotics there, Gary. Tropical flavors or some shit.
That could be.
I believe there's 5 in the classic Jolly Rancher pack.
No. I tip my hat to you. No. This is fine. At one point, Chef Gwen just goes, "That's enough, boys. Stop bidding," trying to kind of shut down. But Chef Taylor goes really high, really fast.
Yeah, they do a little bit of like these people do not have the patience for like a back and forth bid, so they keep making like $4,000 jumps.
Yes, and they immediately artificially craft the revenge plot. The enemies here are Taylor and Gary.
Which is that's always so dumb. The first Sabotage was a sabotage everybody sabotage, right?
Yes.
You give yourself the nice pork chops, and then you have to deal out the other. So that creates those revenge narratives, but it's also dumb because someone was going to have to take it.
Yeah, exactly. Sabotage 3. Here is the classic aluminum foil, all hand tools and cooking vessels out of foil. This was here to make Gary nervous of somebody using aluminum foil in a deep fryer.
Why?
Like using it as a tool to try to get something out of it, like just because.
Oh, to horribly burn their hands.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
But don't you want to see someone like pull out like a deep fried nub,
like a deep fried hand?
Yeah.
Like I would like it if it actually made its way
Tremaine.
onto the plate. And then of course like Simon would have to judge it.
Does it remind me of a middle finger?
Does it remind me of a deep fried human hand?
I don't think a hand would be easy. There's too much bone in that.
It's almost no meat. It's all like strings and bones. It's
you'd be like flipping it over and like scraping off the heel of the thumb.
Yeah, it would be like eating a deep fried box of like coaxial cables.
Gary, are you looking at your own hand right now, thinking about which parts you'd eat? Yeah, okay.
My hand, since I've lost a little weight, my hands are exceedingly veiny. Now it all just looks like grody strings.
There's no fat in there either.
Yeah, this would suck ass.
This is the worst part. Lean.
Yeah, and my forearms also not that much meat either. There's a lot of there aren't that many places on me that'd be good to eat, which I guess is an advantage.
I guess, but not. What about self-esteem though?
It's a disadvantage for my friends.
But if you're being eaten, don't you want on some level to think you're giving a good meal?
Like to be giving a good meal. Yeah, I would like to be useful for once in my life.
I guess not if it's fucking cannibal gangs. If it's not like the bad guys from Supergirl.
Yeah. I didn't know those were the bad guys. Wow, spoiler.
They're actually sexual assault gangs.
Oh, okay. Phew. Thank goodness. There's a lot of parts of me that are good for that. I don't feel good about saying that. I just was trying to draw a parallel with the cannibalism thing.
Do you want me to edit it?
No, it's fine. I'll sleep in my bed. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew I didn't like it.
I mean, yeah, it's factually true that if someone you have holes with rims and you have the ability to feel pain and be controlled by others. So
I can be dominated.
Yeah,
like somebody
you have
could lord something over me.
Yeah, this is a classic Sabotage.
To be fair, this is classic. This happens all the time. And Chef Pink goes 10,000.
Stupid. I mean, this is
it's a bad sabotage for this, but it's not the end of the world. People tend to deal with it pretty well on this show.
In this particular situation, they did not. I don't think they properly thought through the confluence because. So the funny thing here is losing your knives, right?
Yes.
Like you did this sabotage to me when we did Duckthroat Kitchen.
Yes.
I lost my knives. All I had was a box of tin of aluminum foil, which I did try to use like the foil cutter. And didn't work very well, which is why I ended up tearing potatoes apart with my hands.
Yes.
Rusted. Half boiled. I boiled them for a while and then tore them. And it was very hot and very unpleasant. Good sabotage.
Thank you. I got it from Elton Brown.
But they've given Chef Gwen this fucking pulled pork. She doesn't have any cutting work to do.
Yes. Very, very silly. She could easily take this on. Instead, though, she gets competitive. They get competitive with girls. They said they want to take the girl with the eyebrows down first. They do not like other. They do not like girls.
Women stick together.
And just for that, you're going down just for that comment. They say here, and Chef Gwen is an idiot. I feel like is kind of like a gentle dope. Says a lot of real dumb things.
Yeah.
Like the gormlessness on this cast is really through the roof between Chef Gwen and Chef Gary.
There's nobody sharp in this in this cast.
Not even a little bit. It says this is now turned into MacGyver meets Survivor. And
it's not inaccurate, right? I guess MacGyver improvised tools, Survivor they were forced to, it's just not very interesting.
No, it's not that fun to say. So they get to it here.
I don't have a lot of notes on the actual cooking because the actual cooking wasn't super interesting this episode.
The results, we'll get to it through the results. There's a mid-round sabotage. I have mixed feelings about these. And this one also doesn't seem like anything bad. It's to incorporate some raw apples into your dish. And Chef Gwen gets it and goes, I present this to you for revenge, to Chef Pink.
Yeah, really saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes. And it also doesn't seem that bad. And Chef Pink does the only thing you can do with this, which is make thin apple slices.
I guess you could season them. I don't know, it being required that they be raw.
Yes. That precludes pickling. It precludes a lot of things you could do, I feel like, in them.
all you can really do is what Chef Pink did, which is garnish, essentially.
Yes.
And they do get dinged for it, but that's not what this sends them.
No.
Chef Pink is going home. That's not what sends them home.
When Alton Brown says it, he says you have to use raw apples in an interesting, creative way. And when Chef Gwen really wraps around that and be like, oh, it's gonna be really hard to use these in an interesting, creative way, without guessing that maybe Chef Pink just wouldn't, and would just get a minor ding for a tiny side element of her dish.
Yeah. Bad luck to be serving it to Simon Majumdar, the man who hates garnishes.
He does not like garnishes, but he loves salt. In some cases, there. And they're trying to play up this rivalry as well. Here, Chef Gwen says, my mother taught me that actions speak louder.
Gary.
Yes.
This is our show. We can finally do the thing I want to do on the fucking Sonic episode. You can just skip this line of the notes. You do not have to do every line of the notes. I want to find a line of the notes that we can just straight up skip because
it wouldn't be
you
this
and
one
Kay were so militant.
Weird thing to say. Like, sometimes notes are there for a reason, man.
I know. It's just I really want to skip a note one day.
Your perverse desire for this confuses and astounds me. Yeah. So to try to create this thing, Gwen says, my mother taught me that actions speak louder than words. I don't need any tattoos to prove my culinary prowess.
What a crazy thing to say to another.
It's a really fucking crazy thing to say.
Absolutely.
That's not why she has tattoos, or they have tattoos. Sorry, apologies. It's not why they have tattoos. They have tattoos because they like tattoos.
And there might be something broken in them.
Or any number of reasons. Maybe they're in the Yakuza.
They could be. I mean, I think in the Like a Dragon, Gary, please.
In the Like a Dragon. Thank you. Yeah. In the Judgment.
I don't know. I look at a person with tattoos, you, Brayton, everybody, and I go,
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't leave Nick out.
My wife.
Sure.
And I go, what aren't you expressing through life that you need to express through picture?
You could look at the pictures and find out.
I don't want to. It makes me nervous.
Oh, well, that sounds like you problem.
Unless it's a heart that says mommy.
What about a heart that says Will? What if I got just the classic mom heart, but with your name?
I think it would be funny. I'd laugh.
I think that would be very funny, actually.
I would immediately start thinking about our inevitable friendship breakup and how that's going to be awkward.
I could probably do a cover-up of some stripe.
But you'd have to. Like
that
would be like.
And
well,
also,
I guess.
Yeah, I put like Will I Am in there or something like that. I don't know what I would do with you.
Will I Am's musical car. I love it so much. What a great idea.
Yeah. Simon Majumdar is our guest for this with his furrowed brow and all of the attendant charms.
Honestly, comes in to save the episode. I know I've talked in the past about wanting to serve Simon Majumdar poison.
Yes.
Genuinely saves this episode.
Saves this episode. My favorite judge, not entirely unironically.
Funny dude. Do you know he didn't get into food till after he was 40?
Oh, hey, that's inspiring. It's like Guided by Voices, getting into music when they're older.
It's a lot like Guided by Voices, I bet.
He's kind of like the Robert Pollard of chefs.
I don't know who that is.
The guy from Guided by Voices.
I could have figured it out from context clues.
Seems likely.
All right. How are we doing on time? We
gotta pump it up a little bit. We've done the intro to the cast, which is the big part.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
All right. So Chef Taylor serves up beer and barbecue braised pork with bacon, bourbon, apple sorbet, and truffle watercress salad.
This looks like fucking cat food.
This
is the worst looking pork that I've ever seen in my life.
I bet it tastes good. I bet it tastes pretty good, but yes, it does look like goo.
Yeah. And Simon says truffle oil is one of the nastiest ingredients on the face of God's earth. Don't hold back, brother. I love it.
I bet that pork. Do you agree with me that pork probably tasted good?
It's leftover pork braised in bacon.
Yeah.
It's hard to make something taste bad braised in bacon. I could see it being texturally not very good. I'm sure the flavor was fine if it was seasoned well. You know, like I will eat a leftover pork chop. Like I'm not above such a thing. Yeah. So I'm sure it tasted okay. I probably would have preferred it more as a leftover pork chop than this kind of like slurry.
Meat goo?
It's like
Meat goo,
yeah,
yeah.
meat goo. Yeah, the meat goo does not seem good to me. I would want maybe if that was served on like a crostini or something. Like the texture of this seemed off-putting to me.
Gary,
the rest of the stuff looked good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary. You're gonna lose me for a while because I'm gonna be thinking about Hatsune meat goo.
Hatsune meat goo. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? They say you can't marry her, but the
you pile up enough meat goo and you can.
you pile up on meat goo. You can make a meat golem. Hatsuno meat golem.
Gwen serves something that makes me mad.
Yes.
A study of pork to show my chops and a kind of applesauce.
Yeah. And they really spent a lot of time underlining this. Oh, you showed your pork chops instead of a pork chop. And she just kind of smiles. There's no self-awareness at all.
She seemed to use she had that pulled pork, which is tricky, but there are a couple of shots there of her just trying to flip the tiniest pieces of pork on a grill with her tongs made of aluminum foil, and I don't know what the fuck she actually made. She poached an egg. I think
that, but the thing she made, this one looked good to me.
That apple soup looks dire to me.
Oh, really? I was I just never had it. I was like, But the idea of a poached egg on top of bacon jam,
has
and then
nothing whatsoever to do with.
No, does not remind me at all
applesauce.
of pork chop and applesauce. I just think it sounds good. And then peppered pulled pork wonton.
That okay? That sounded okay. That sounded okay.
Good. She presents it as a perfectly poached egg, and Simon Jemdar shuts this fucking down immediately.
Yeah. Goes.
You do not say that if it ain't.
Yeah, and it ain't.
And it ain't. Pink does a fennel and apple stuffed pork chop with some raw crunchy apple, a cognac apple sorbet, and a fennel apple arugula salad. Yeah,
this is the first idea for a meal where I have not gone go fuck yourself. But they cooked it really bad.
They cooked it very poorly. Here it's all mush, and raw apple. Which just they probably made Simon Jemdar mention that. Just throw Gwen a bone here, and under seasoned, which is always a problem.
Yeah. This genuinely seems like it wasn't cooked very well.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. And then John Chetty comes in, and he's got a very chefy presentation here with his balsamic that he made out of his Jolly Ranchers. And
it's a beautifully roasted pork chop served over sweet potato puree topped with a citrus and bacon jam, which causes Simon to say, "Jackson Pollock in the house."
I would like to have that voiceover in a museum. Like when you go into the Jackson Pollock exhibit.
Oh, but what if it played over someone else's art and they got sad?
I would still kind of like it. That would be the art. That would create a third art.
What if it was over a Van Gogh? Wouldn't you be he's not in the house?
No, but that would create a third art. Like the dissonance of you hearing Simon Jemdar say the wrong artist would create a feeling in you that in itself is art.
Is the feeling going, is that fucking Simon Jemdar from Cutthroat Kitchen?
That's one of the most artful feelings one can have.
It really is. You don't run into him in a lot of places. I guess Iron Chef.
Yeah, and on Instagram wearing a bunch of hats on top of each other. I think that John Chetty made a mistake here not calling the jam an apple jam. There's an apple in it, but he calls it a citrus and bacon jam. He doesn't underline the appleness of it.
Yeah, he boiled this is the one moment anyone does anything clever in this whole episode. He boiled down those green candies into a balsamic.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But I'm betting it didn't have very much apple flavor to it.
No. He said Simon said he tasted a little bit of it. And he cooked the pork chop bad.
Yeah, he had the nice pork chop, and he fucked it up.
Yes. It's really tough. You could sole a Marine's boot with this, I'm afraid.
That line you could have skipped.
Yeah. You know what? You're right.
We didn't, though, and I'm not going to edit it out.
Yeah, no, but you're right.
Yeah.
Chef Pink's going home. No season.
And then I'm trying to categorize there's a couple different routes that people go when they get kicked off this show. Chef Pink goes self-pity.
Yes. My favorite is anger.
Anger.
It doesn't have,
or
anger
open defiance and the judge was wrong is the best.
Yeah. I disagree.
Yeah.
Very uncut gems. I like the uncut gems reaction to this when that happens. But yeah, Chef Pink, they just feel bad for themselves. Round 2 is macaroni and cheese.
This is that's such an interesting dish to throw into this because it's so fucking varied.
Well, and it creates this insane thing that happens.
Yeah, it's. I mean, generally, when they go with a very simple dish, they either cut you way back for time or they let you go insane.
Yes, and this kind of does both. They have 20 minutes.
30. It's a 30 minute.
Or 30 minutes. Sorry,
which is a lot for mac and cheese.
It is. Chef Taylor says this is great because they used to, he used to have this all the time as a kid. And he said we eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's weird.
That's very breakfast. It set me down because we're about to talk about dessert mac and cheese. I think I accept dessert mac and cheese before I accept breakfast mac and cheese.
Really? I was thinking about breakfast mac and cheese, and I was almost thinking about if you just put a fried egg on top of mac and cheese, that might be good.
I understand. I'm fiddly about breakfast. I can absolutely imagine, like, if you told me, oh, make a breakfast mac and cheese, I guess I'd mix some scrambled egg in there and make some it like bacon, a carbonara.
Lardons. Yeah.
But I don't like the macaroni. The macaroni in a breakfast dish is unpleasant to me.
Breakfast pasta is fucked up, but it's nothing to the abomination we're going to see.
Best moment of the episode incoming. They do their shop. The shop's not very interesting. But Taylor gets bumped by the door, and Alton makes a cum sound.
He loves the idea of people being caught by that door. I feel like I've seen I don't think I've seen every episode of the show, but I've seen most of them.
I think it happens twice. Getting caught happens twice.
I was gonna say it happens so rarely that it happens, and he actually does the penalty for that, which is he takes an ingredient. From them. It's like he improvised a game mechanic and he's sad he doesn't get to use it more.
It really is.
It is very relatable behavior. I was like, oh, I thought of this cool little thing on the fly. I think this is really clever. I'd really like to,
Oh yeah, it's frustrated DM behavior.
Huge frustrated DM behavior. It's very relatable.
But I'm going to try. I think the sound is like, ah.
Yeah, it's a good cum.
It's my favorite moment of the whole episode.
It's really good. My favorite. I'm a basic bitch. My favorite episode of this is when he is making the choice to make this insane thing that he does here.
Yeah.
So we got our sabotages here. That first one we mentioned, dessert macaroni and cheese, and this goes to John Chetty for $1,200. The amount people are bidding on things is arbitrary and stupid.
This is a very, I really like this sabotage. I don't think this is a bad idea unless you do the exact thing Chef Taylor did, which is deranged.
It's absolutely insane behavior, yeah.
But 1,200, everyone going, I don't know, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess sure. I'll take all my ingredients I have and make them sweet. What the hell are you doing? It's bizarre.
There are in culinary traditions, there are sweet pasta dishes like this. There's kugel is kind of like this, and Romanian cheese pudding I found. Kraft also did this fucking thing where they did a couple years ago, they sold cotton candy mac and cheese and stuff.
Weird. I could see it. Cheese as a dessert product is a thing, especially in other cultures.
Yeah.
There's a lot of in Asia. There's a lot
you steer
of,
into a ricotta or a cottage cheese kind of, and you can get those can work nice with sweet flavors.
Yeah, that's kind of in the European model. In the Asian model as well, you can use more traditional cheeses. You see that a whole lot. Liv and I watch a bunch of YouTubers who are just eating Japanese food and stuff. But that's not what this person does. They can replace the cheese with artificial cheese products, another classic one. And this goes for $5,000. Chef Taylor buys it to give to John Chetty.
That I think is maybe the one time someone pays the right amount for a sabotage in this episode.
I wouldn't pay more. It's bad, but it's not game ending.
Yeah, you're getting cheese flavor, but as Simon will call out when it gets served, you're putting a fuck ton of salt in here.
Yes, and that's going to end up being the mistake here. Chef Taylor is very optimistic about this.
Yeah,
this is going to work.
And again, by the way, if I imagine you're not sitting there writing down all of the sabotages and the money amounts.
No,
all of the sabotages except one have been handed off to these two guys between each other.
Yes.
Chef Gwen at this point has spent $1,500 on the mid-round sabotage
the
back
raw
in
apples.
round 1, and is sitting on still 23,500.
Yeah, and constantly people are saying, this person's not a threat. Again, classic Cutthroat Kitchen sexism.
That's really, really, like, as people again, nobody's been able to watch the show before being on this time. Leaving an opponent with a ton of money going into round 3 is a real good way to get fucked.
Huge mistake. It is one of my favorite things that can happen where somebody can just fucking dog walk somebody, though.
Yeah.
Especially when they're a good chef. We're going to get to some of those things.
Yeah.
There's a mid-round sabotage here, not to use the cooktop. That's pretty tricky.
That's brutal. That's
for this.
like,
that's brutal. John Cheney's making homemade
pasta. You can
pasta.
make mac and cheese, but
yeah, but he's making homemade pasta. He ends up having to make it in the microwave.
Which he actually does great with. Which, but that's another moment where like a chef actually does something that took some skill, took some thought and skill to do.
And it's before Alton Brown jumps on a hand grenade to talk about how good the microwave is, which is one of my favorite tropes of the show, where somebody has to use the microwave and we cut to Alton Brown and he looks like he's never. It's like when Guy Fieri gets to do the 3, 2, 1 go thing, guys. Grocery games.
God,
it's as happy as he's ever been.
Yeah.
He's like, Chef Andrew got the microwave. This is not a death sentence. You can actually use the microwave really well and he loves explaining it. It's one of his favorite things in the world. I love seeing it.
I wrote about it. Did you see the thing about Guy Fieri never swallowing food?
No.
I wrote about it for work because it's like some of it's just insane YouTuber bullshit, like Twitch conspiracy theory stuff. But this one guy, I think his name's like Dr. Spaghetti or something, decided to do a stream where he watched Guy Fieri till he saw him swallow a bite of food, and he went for 12 hours without ever seeing it.
Weird.
On Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That show is edited so frenetically, but you never see him swallow.
It's probably just not that interesting to see him swallow.
But it never happens.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem that strange to me.
Don't you think he'd get some in there just...
I've seen him swallow food on Guy's Grocery Games. I saw him swig a bunch of olive oil.
Okay.
On there. It was weird. After he had to eat eggs, he takes a shot of olive oil, to get the taste of eggs out of his mouth. Because he eats scrambled eggs.
He's a weird man. He's
a really weird man.
And he doesn't eat food. The thing. He doesn't eat human food.
Okay. Well, we'll have to... you know what? I bet you I would get along with that guy. I'm going to ask him.
Yeah. Guy Fieri or Dr. Spaghetti?
Oh, Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Chef John Ketty sends me down looking up. Sometimes people say stuff on the show and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He says he's making a Fugazi cheese topping. As far as I can tell, he's referencing Fugaza, which is an Argentinian pizza thing.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. It's a kind of it's no tomato sauce. It's got onions, olives, and olive oil on it, and a ton of fucking cheese sitting in the bread. It's like a bread bowl almost.
Looks good.
Yeah.
But we're getting away from the main event here, where Chef Taylor is making a white chocolate pasta, which gross to Gary's. Other people are more tolerant of white chocolate than I am.
Yeah, I would, before he does the thing we're about to say, I think I would eat this. I
would try it as a novelty, but it doesn't sound very good to me. I don't like the taste of white chocolate.
Yeah.
But then he looks at the lobster he got when he was going to make a savory one. He goes, I'm going to add the lobster.
Yeah. And I have it in the notes, which I wrote not thinking someone else would see.
Yeah.
If you told me this worked, I would believe you.
I wouldn't.
Lobster has has a creamy, sweet profile to it.
I don't think you can do a dessert seafood.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Simon Majumdar agrees. Territory we never want to go to again.
Yeah.
He says.
Yeah. I don't think you can do it. And you can put a grain of salt in that if you like. I'm not the biggest seafood guy in the world. I'm not the biggest lobster guy in the world. Generally, I can eat lobster. It's fine, but I'm not, craving it. I could not get over it. Texturally, it's making me a little queasy even thinking about it now. I really hate it.
Yeah, I think I saw people trying to like fix the recipe online when I was looking around. But like
the shame is if he didn't do this insane thing, he probably would have been fine.
yeah, it would have been fine.
It would have been him in the final round. Because John Chetty doesn't do great during this final round. Sam Jumdar, this is an abomination. Never do this. John Chetty makes a little crisp kind of thing, like a carbonara narbo spetzel, but because of all that processed cheese, too salty.
Yeah. And then, and Chef Gwen, they do the thing where they remove her as a person for elimination because what she made was just genuinely, like,
it was
honestly good. She made roasted cauliflower, 5 mac and cheese, and then she deep fried pasta shells and put it on top.
Yeah, 5 cheese on cauliflower with deep fried pasta shells on top. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'd eat it.
Yeah, it sounds really good. So at this point, Chef Taylor goes out because he put lobster in his white chocolate. Disgusting. It kills me. So eliminated. And he disagrees with this as well.
Yeah.
Here. And we get our final round here, fish and chips. And I like that this Alton does a little bit of psychological warfare that really gets to Gwen. Gwen is a real literalist.
Mm-hmm.
In this, when Gwen was like, you have to use these raw apples as creative things, she goes, oh, they're going to have to be creative. That is hard, so I should buy that. Here, Alton Brown says, somebody who is an expert on fish and chips, Simon Majumdar, and she internalizes this instantly and deeply, that he's an expert on fish and chips.
Which you should, right? Like, if I was told to make, but she decides that means she has to do something fancy, and I think that's insane. Yeah,
she takes the exact opposite approach to it. You would do that, somebody who's an expert, and then just decides to fuck it up, and spoiler, she's gonna win.
But but only because of sabotages. Only
because sabotage, and because as Chef Gary decided to stop building on stuff.
Insane, but like. If you told, like, again, I've watched many, many hours of Simon Majumdar. I've heard him talk about fish and chips many times. I couldn't do it. I love fish and chips so much, and I don't know how to make them very well. I would endeavor to make the most classic fucking fish and chips possible, right?
Something that does not happen very often in Cutthroat Kitchen that I think is a good maneuver from a game perspective is doing something up the middle and letting your opponent fuck themselves over.
Yeah.
Like, I just made a good. It was good. It's nothing special. It's nothing crazy, but I made a good version of this. Let the other person's fucking put lobster in it. And
something that is like easy to fuck up. Like fish and chips is not like,
yeah.
God, because like where you go for fish and chips in
boy, I don't have a regular place. I've oftentimes when I first moved out here, I looked for like the best fish and chips, and I got thrown a curveball, a classic Portland curveball, where the search results when I was looking on Google were skewed by people trying to find gluten-free fish and chips. So it wasn't very good. I've had like good fish and chips here, but I still haven't had like a knockout place that I'm like sticking with.
There's a cart at the Hawthorne Asylum called Tall Boys.
Okay.
It's pricey. It's fucking great though.
Is it good?
Yeah.
The place that I have gone to the most consistently is the cart over on Foster, and like 52nd.
Okay.
That food cart pod. There's a fish and chips place there where I like the fish and chips, but I have not. They weren't right home. They were just good. So
yeah.
I've had a lot of decent fish and chips.
And of course, the other thing, like I had to like teach this to my wife a little bit, is like you cannot get them takeout. You cannot get them and then take them home and then eat them. You need to, fish and chips needs to be eaten fucking 2 seconds out of the fryer.
Yeah. It's not, it's not good takeout food.
I have passionate feelings about this food.
I love fish and chips. I haven't had fish and chips in a while. I don't like fashion chips, AKA our government.
I thought you were talking about
fashion chips
bullshit like that Gwen serves.
Okay, yeah. No, I was thinking about also like a new kind of fashion forward Pringle that they were going to market.
I got the habanero Pringles or habanista or something Pringles at the weird Pringle store.
Yeah, I haven't had those yet. There's a mystery flavor that's Fallout themed that I'm waiting to come to the grocery outlet.
That's completely insane. What?
Yeah, I don't know. But it hasn't shown up yet. I just saw it on internet. I'm sure it will end up in bulk because Grocery Outlet is going through the season of Pringles. We've been getting Pringles in this household.
At the very least, in Skull.
Yeah. Dill pickle Pringles are good.
That's that was a Power Rangers joke.
Ooh.
In
Bulk and Skull. Oh yeah, those guys. They play the baby elephant walk music whenever they're on.
But they're eventually, I believe, they reveal themselves to be heroic. They're kind of like the Mr. Satan of
we could Halloween do a Halloween couples costume as Bulk and Bulk.
You're getting more skull shaped.
I'm getting a little bit more skull shaped. And
eventually we're all skull shaped, aren't we?
That's true. So here's the thing where Gwen has all the money in the world and can just get everything for very cheap. And John Chetty's just like, fuck it, I'll take it all.
But to be clear, John Chetty has $15,000.
Yes, he's not broke.
He has enough that he could get one of these or at least drive the price up enough to make her hesitate. And he doesn't.
He doesn't at all.
There are only 2 sabotages in this round. Round 3, in case you haven't watched Cutthroat Kitchen, the sabotages go mid-round. They don't have which I don't generally like.
It doesn't add anything to the game, I don't think, for me. And this first one is not bad. I think that he just kind of goes into cruise control with it because he could take the first one. The second one, though, is devastating.
Absolutely devastating. So the first one, so the only reason this one's bad is because there's only 20 minutes of cook time on this. Mm-hmm. Alton brings out a big ass fish. It's a turbo. Yeah. And the recipient of the sabotage has to break down the fish. That's the penalty. Doing that in like 5 minutes or whatever and still getting a good fry on seems hard.
Yeah. But doable. Like it sucks, but if you're confident in your ability to break down a fish.
Hey Gary, shut the fuck up.
And this is not what throws them.
Gary, shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
It's time for the most important new segment in Cutthroat Kvetchin history. This is the one that's going to get the kids really into it. I'm sorry I said shut the fuck up. I thought it'd be funny.
Continue.
Gary, it's the Turbo Minute.
Turbo Minute.
You see this now moving fast. You slow, you don't get past. You see him gaining position, but first he won't be last. He's ready to make a dash. Snap quicker than a lightning flash. His engine's roaring, he's flooring, he won't run out of gas.
I have no idea what theme song I just put in there, but I hope it was funny. Gary, would you like... This is the only segment of today that will involve machine gun fire.
Okay.
Would you like to hear about the Turbo War?
That sounds so cool. But then you have to remember that Turbo is a fish. There's a silent T at the end.
Yeah.
The Turbo War isn't as... Yeah, but tell me about the Turbo War while I cough on mute.
On 9th March 1995, Canadian officials from the Canadian Coast Guard vessel Cape Roger boarded the Spanish fishing trawler Estai from Galicia in international waters 220 nautical miles off of Canada's east coast after they had fired 3 50 caliber machine gun bursts over her bow. Just fucking Fortunate Son playing in the background. They arrested the trawler's crew, then forced Estai to St. John's Harbor. Canada claimed that European Union factory ships were illegally overfishing Greenland halibut, also known as Greenland turbo, in the Northwest Atlantic Fisheries Organization regulated area on the Grand Banks of Newfoundland, just outside Canada's declared 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone.
Ooh, exclusive economic zone.
Stalker
it was 5.
The Spanish were heading out way deep out into the Atlantic and fishing up all the turbo.
And for fishing for turbo, they got shot with machine guns.
Shot at.
That's true. Maybe they were just warning shots.
No, to be clear, Gary, no one was shot with a machine gun.
Yeah. Well, they tried to, though.
No, they fired over. There was a warning shot.
Oh, it was Is explicitly a warning shot?
They fired over the bow. That means firing over the ship.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
They still fired the fucking machine guns, though.
Yeah, it's still a little dangerous. Pretty wild here. I don't know that I've had turbo. It's an ugly fish, but apparently it's very meaty and fries up good.
Yeah, what do you think is the most fuckable fish?
Oh, the blowfish from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, right, we've talked about this before. You think Darius Rucker is Hootie, right?
He doesn't think so.
Okay.
But I think that it's kind of like how people say the swastika isn't a hate symbol. It's actually an ancient symbol that means a lot of things.
A lot of people are saying that all the time, yeah.
It's just been reclaimed. Like, he can claim that he's not Hootie and the Blowfish, but it's just the purpose of language is communication. The world has decided what that is.
The Turbo Minute is over. I think it was like 4 minutes, probably.
Chef Quinn gets this for $3,000, which is pretty cheap for this, but it's nothing compared to the next one.
Sure, like you're still getting a nice piece of fish. It's just the extra time to cut it.
Yeah, and Alton says,
and if you get a bone in there, you're dead, right?
You can't have
serve
a bone.
a fish with a bone. It's an automatic elimination usually.
Chef Alton Brown says something I think about is I wonder about the rules of Cutthroat Kitchen. Says you have to break this fish down. Do you have to break the entire thing down? Would something stop you from like cutting a fillet off of it?
No, I think that's what he basically does. He gets his fillets from it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. You don't have to entirely break down the fish into all usable components. You can serve a small meal on the show, like the tiny piece of fish that Chef Gwen serves. You can do that. But he'd be fine. This is fine. This is fucking insane, though. The next thing is the exclusive right to fry. This includes sautéing.
Yeah, this is anything that involves heated oil, basically.
Yes.
This is as a mid-round sabotage, it's completely insane.
Yeah. And John Chetty lets Gwen get it for $2,500.
$2,500 to lose frying in a fish and chip. I think this challenge is. I think the sabotage is too far. I think this is too crippling.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
They try to play up that John Chetty could have survived this. I don't think he could have. I don't think serving, even with the bullshit Gwen does here, I think serving baked fish and baked potato in a fish and chips challenge is really bad.
Not as a halfway through cook thing, and not to a literalist like Simon Majumdar. Like if this was a before the round sabotage and you could spin some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes. But the fact that this is halfway through, you don't have time to redo everything. You don't have new ingredients to try to like come up with an interesting, whatever.
Also, a brutal thing that doesn't get touched on that much here is he has, by this point, he has not touched his fish because he's had to break it down. He has already had his potatoes in the fryer, but not up to temp. So all that's happened is they have soaked in all the oil, but they have not fried.
The worst. And he just lets it go. Asleep at the wheel.
For $2,500. He has $15,000.
It's a really huge error. I would love to talk to him about it. And be like, Gary to Gary, what were you thinking?
I mean, bidding while cooking is hard, right? They make that very clear that bidding while cooking is like everything that goes mid-round goes for cheaper because everyone's distracted.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like you could spare a second for this. This is a fatal flaw.
Because it's also that it's so militant. It cuts out so many ways you would like, I can't, like, just taking away the deep
goodbye
fryer.
Texture. Yeah. Like, even just getting away sauteing, like you can't pan fry it, so you can't get crisp. There's no crisp. Cannot have a crisp. And we know as the audience, this is a death knell.
Yeah.
And they try to show us that it's still anyone's game by showing Gwen like
fuck up and fuck up and fuck up and fuck up.
A big stack of pans, like, whoa, walk into a door with a bucket perched on the edge of it. Like they keep showing her do stooge shit to try to say like, she might still lose.
This woman self-sabotages, like outside of the klutzy stuff. I think going for like root vegetable, like I'm sure you can make a perfectly nice fried parsnip or whatever. But she doesn't do a good job on them. I think they've got too much water in them to do in 20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. And she doesn't do them like plus chips. Like I feel like if she had them as integrated into, that might work. But what she ends up making is, a perfectly nice looking piece of fried fish.
Fish looks great. Fish is what saves her.
Yep, and then some kind of like just soggy vegetables, like some parsnips and carrots that had been in a deep fryer for a bit, but they weren't breaded or anything.
Cooked piece of asparagus popped on the plate, quote, for color.
Yes, for colors, and Simon calls her out. What is it? I'd love to know why you put this here. Simon's brutal in this episode.
He is. He's definitely playing into I'm the mean judge.
Yes, here, but the Chef Gary doesn't have a chance.
He puts up one of the ugliest plates of food I have ever seen on this show.
Like he has a big wet fish skin, on this thing, so it didn't crisp up or anything like that. It's just big gross fish skin, and then just raw French fries, like raw soft French fries is what they look like. Like you got frozen French fries and just left them out until they thawed and then put them on a plate.
Yeah, he had to bake everything. Like it's baked fish and baked fries. In 20 minutes, which is nothing. Like
brutal.
And the one thing about the show is I wish they'd tell us who made the ovens.
Yeah.
They never tell you who made the ovens, and it makes me so mad.
Oh well, you might be able to find out on the behind the scenes thing. There are a lot of things on FoodNetwork.com.
But like, why won't they just show me really clearly the maker label on the oven, Gary?
When I'm saying, probably because it's not very interesting TV.
Gary, are we on the same joke level right now?
No.
Oh,
I'm on a lot of cold medicine. Hey,
buddy, of course you're doing great.
I've been having such a hard time. I'm having such a hard time.
I'm having such a good time, and you're doing so good.
I'm having a good time during the recording. I'm just saying you're doing so. It's been really difficult for me.
Yeah, no, I know, and I've tried to make it easy on you, but here I've led you down a primrose path to one of my favorite things about Cutthroat Kitchen, which is when they cut to the logo of the oven maker capital.
Well, that's an interesting thing. So that this is, I'm not on the same page of that joke because I just legitimately didn't notice that. It's
every episode. It's some contractual thing they have to cut to on the ovens.
Yeah. I totally buy it. I think that my brain has filtered it out, how like you filter out titties in visual novels.
Or like other people's feelings when they get boring.
Yeah. I think
there was a run just a few minutes ago that's just static. And like circus wheels.
Yeah. And just, no, I got, this looks really bad.
I want to talk more about Capital, the oven maker.
Okay. Tell me more about Capital.
Do you know how much one of those, like that double top they have there? Do you know how much that costs?
Of course I don't.
$20,000.
That's too expensive.
But Capital, right?
Yeah.
So that's my hope. Is every single episode of the show has one zoom in on that label, and it makes me go insane.
I've never noticed it. I don't pay attention to brands. Ovens is ovens to me.
Ovens is ovens.
Ovens is ovens. Pretzels are the same, man. The really gross looking, and then hers also doesn't look good. The fish looks great, but everything else looks bad.
There's a weird moment in the judging where they keep in a bit of Alton reaching for Chef Gianchetti's plate.
I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, what's he doing?
I think he wants to taste a fry. I think just a Robo wants an Oreo moment. Like
the least appeal is you just want to see if they're like they can't be
morbid
as bad
curiosity.
As they look, right?
Yeah, just morbid curiosity. Here, and Simon's mean to both of them. This is not fish and chips. Why is this here?
Yeah.
Here,
in the judging, they try to play it up like Gianchetti would have a chance if he'd taken the skin off the fish. I don't think he would have had a chance. It's not fucking fish and chips.
Yeah, it's nothing like, it's the least like fish and chips I've ever seen in the world. Of course he loses. There's a lot of like, they're trying to the reverse sandbag it. There's a lot of him just being like, I think I really have a chance to win. I got to believe I have a chance to win. They're trying to make it still feel like a game.
Do it for Teddy Spaghetti.
Do it for Teddy Spaghetti. We don't know when he got Teddy Spaghetti. Probably not at the time you had this, or Teddy Spaghetti would be really up there in years.
No, I don't think French Bulldogs live that long either.
No, yeah.
They're one of those dogs that shouldn't.
Yeah. It's a brief candle. We invented them to burn the candle at like 4 ends. We engineered the death dog in order for torture reason.
Gary, stop coming up with great ideas for anime.
I can be trusted with the death dog.
Chef Gwen says a classic line. I guess that's why it's Cutthroat Kitchen.
It's and to the tune of, I guess that's why they call it the Blues, which I was really surprised that they got the rights to that. No. A lot of money. She gets $18,000. She doesn't seem that psyched about it.
No, she doesn't seem that psyched about anything in life.
No, she's real middle sliders. And she's going to take that $18,000 and invest into her podcast, the Food and Wine Podcast.
Yeah, I did note, I've been watching a lot of Taskmaster, so I did note down that $18,000 is enough for 2,931 copies of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules on Amazon.
It seems like not enough copies of that for $18,000. I feel like I'd want more than like almost 3,000 copies of that book.
I mean, it's about $6 per copy. It's on sale.
Yeah, but I feel like you should be able to get it in bulk. You know?
Or Skull.
Or in Skull.
And then, the last line of the episode is Alton Brown going, I personally didn't think you were going to pull that off.
Him saying, and he's like, but you proved me wrong.
Yeah.
Him being like, I also thought you were no threat at the end of this was very funny to me.
Yeah. He didn't have to say that. The episode didn't need it.
Well, and here's the thing. The other guys who were doing it, I firmly believe that it was rooted in sexism.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to think of Alton Brown as considering human concepts such as gender or race.
Yeah. I think he genuinely thought she was a weak chef.
Yeah. He looks at people like with Terminator vision as a chef. Like he's got Odo qualities to him. I think that he just thought she was a bad chef, you know, and she was. Yeah. She wasn't really good. Everyone else just made stupid decisions the whole episode.
They were bad at Cutthroat Kitchen. You can be a bad chef and win if you're She's not even a good Cutthroat Kitchen player.
No,
she just
everyone else was way worse.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she just, is almost by default. And the money still spends, though.
Money still spends, baby.
Money still spends. Our famous sign-off. Money still spends.
Money still spends. This has been another episode of Cutthroat Kvetchin, a show that is a genuine blast to record.
It's real fun to do, so maybe we'll do it again soon. Maybe we'll do it again next for a little while. Maybe we'll do this for a little bit. It's pretty fun. You get to decide whether we like having fun or whether we like being little disgusting shit imps.
People liked when we did it, too. People
I know,
liked
too.
the first episode a lot.
It's a very fun, like, the creative kind of corner that I have painted myself into in my career where people liking a thing and me liking doing it is not overwhelming evidence that I should do it.
And in fact is at some points counter evidence.
Yeah, it's the amount of spite just kind of operating at all times it's healthy is what it is. It's something that I think is probably mentally good and healthy.
It's a bulwark against selling out is the most flattering portrayal of it.
It's my punk rock spirit. It's me being punk.
Yeah. You've got podcast life on your knuckles.
I do. I should get that tattooed on my knuckles and then never show my face in public again.
Cast life.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Somebody could think I was a fisher. At that point, I couldn't handle that. What should people do if they like this show?
Then go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv to support the entire Duckfeed podcasting network. The good shows too.
Mm-hmm. You can also rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, anywhere you find podcasts. That's very appreciated. Like this one, provided it's 5 stars. We're not accepting ones that are less than 5 stars, and we never will.
How about this one from Indie Nomad, left on Podcast Addict? While I was initially bummed the pivot wasn't the really enjoyable Cutthroat Kitchen idea, I am nevertheless enjoying the hell out of the labyrinth. Keep it up, y'all. The effort is not unnoticed or unappreciated. Heart emoji. Fuck you. 5
I have
stars.
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, get fucked.
You're really enjoying the what? No. But thank you for the stars. Until next time.
Stars still spin, baby.
Stars still spin, baby.
Can someone get the skeleton Nokia?